All right, for more on this, we're joined here on set by Mehmet Ozkan. He's a senior fellow at the Center for Global Policy. Mehmet, good to have you on set. Now, Guaido says the aid will arrive into the country on Saturday. President Nicolas Maduro says, no, it won't. Are we likely to see more clashes between the pro-opposition and pro-government supporters?
You know, but on Friday, as you know, in Cucuta, it's a city, it's a border city between Colombia and Venezuela. There will be a concert in both sides of the border. On the Colombian side, there will be a concert joined by Maluma, by Juanes, one of the biggest, those biggest singers. At the same time, on the other side, there is a concert organized by Nicolas Maduro. And probably in that area, there might be some small clashes. Although today they announced that Maduro, they moved the concert a little bit far away from the bridge. There is a small bridge there, perhaps 300 meters, not that big. And then, we will see there could be some sort of small clashes. But the idea of Guaido is that to move all the humanitarian aid after the concert to the city, to inside Venezuela. So this weekend will be extremely crucial for the case of Venezuela.
Okay. The reality on the ground is that tens of thousands of Venezuelans are suffering from malnutrition. They're suffering from hunger. There is a shortage of basic goods in the country. The country is suffering from hyperinflation. Why is President Nicolas Maduro so against the aid entering into the country? Because
humanitarian aid right now has been used as an excuse for intervention, for a way of intervening in the country. Because that's the only way that because I think Maduro is afraid of when the humanitarian aid comes to Venezuela, Venezuelans might react differently. They might start questioning the government of Maduro. And I think what he fears, what the domestic reaction could have been, could be to that things. That's why he's afraid. He doesn't want to take any risk. That's why, today he revised some of his relations with Curacao and other countries, small countries in Caribbean Islands, because humanitarian aid also came to those countries. Probably they will ship from there with some, with some ships they will send to Venezuela as well.
So do you think what's going to happen on February 23rd, the events of this weekend, could be a catalyst for change in the country?
I think it could be, because depends. Either we will see some sort of small level of clashes, or they will, or Guaido and supporters will be able to take the humanitarian aid inside Venezuela. And if it goes inside Venezuela, we will see how the people react to the humanitarian aid. So it might be a turning point, but we will see, But in general, what I can say, neither the United States nor the Latin American countries, none of them, they want any military involvement. Because any military involvement means having a Syria or Libya or Iraq in South America. None of them, they want this
okay.
case.
Which direction do you see this impasse going down? I think we've seen it sort of, it's got many chapters. It's got a humanitarian side, it's got a political side, it's got a military side. Which side of this impasse do you see coming out more into the foreground now?
There are two things happening right now. On the one side, they are negotiating. Venezuelan foreign minister, he has some meetings with United States representative for Venezuela, Abraham Elliott, twice in New York. Even Maduro yesterday hinted that he might take the country to for presidential elections. That's one side. On the other side, there is a popular movement coming based on, through humanitarian aid that's sort of delegitimizing Maduro government. So we see those things at the same time. But I think the exit for this will be that just announcing an election, and some of the Latin America's biggest ex-presidents or leftists, they are even calling that we should have an election in Venezuela without Maduro and Juan Guaido. And probably that might be the most safest exit from the crisis. But we will see what will happen.
We'll see. I know that you spent a lot of time down there, so thank you for that analysis.
Thanks for having me here.